What's up, guys? It's Garage Goons, as you know, the most trash show on YouTube. And today, sorry, there's a fucking spider that's coming down on a web right now. What the hell? Like I said, most trash show on YouTube. So what an intro, right? Today, I'm gonna do another review. So maybe this is a review channel now. I don't know. People don't keep saying they're gonna come through for interviews and then end up not. But hit and move. Balance all day. Actually, hit and move all day balance, I think. So let me get into this with you guys. Genuine leather construction, nice, perfectly lengthed in my opinion. Velcro strap, 3 inches, full genuine leather, and it's a really nice quality Velcro. I can't explain this enough, but like, see how it's just perfect size. I mean, obviously the size of your forearm and wrist is going to determine a little bit of that, but it just perfectly wraps around for me. And I went from from fighting, which is a pillow style Japanese winning inspired glove, to hit and move, which is more of a puncher's glove, more of the bouncy feedback, volume shots kind of glove, which I really like. Obviously, I got a really loud, bright green color. I got it for Black Friday. It was on sale, and it ran me about $200, maybe like $210 after shipping, $215, something like that. But yeah, I really, really like this glove. I'll get into some of the pros and cons right off the bat. Let's just start with the cons and end on a happy note. They're not cheap gloves. Anytime you spend over $100 on a boxing glove, that's a lot of money to a lot of people nowadays, and a lot of people, are on hard times, and you gotta make your choice how you want to, spend your money, and you maybe don't have some of the choices that you would like to have as far as spending money goes. So it's not cheap. Another con would be, when you first get these gloves, it doesn't matter how fat your thumb is, if it's huge like mine or if it's smaller. I feel like the thumb is super compact and it's going to be a little bit too snug. It felt, at least for me, maybe you have really small hands and it's not going to be a problem for you, but my thumb was mashed in there. As you can see, the thumb on this one, it's a very flat thumb, and it presses your thumb inward this way, which actually is a good thing, because the reason I bought these and decided to go with these over my fighting gloves, which I've been using the past year, is I kept jamming my thumb with my fighting gloves. My thumb was sticking out this way with my fighting gloves, so sometimes when I would throw an overhand or a hook, my thumb would hit first and get jammed, and I kept jamming my thumb. And I'm an electrician. I need my thumbs. I need my hands. I need to stay healthy with this stuff for work. These are my money makers. So these thumbs keep you tucked in. I have not jammed my thumb once. I've had these for 2 weeks now. Probably at least 30 rounds of bag work, probably 20 rounds of sparring. These have been so fantastic. Just great gloves all around. And again, they are a pretty penny. I mean, they're not grants or winnings, but they are a definitely expensive glove. Anytime you talk about over $150, to me, that is a very expensive boxing glove, and you should be getting the highest quality stuff that is made in America, Mexico, potentially Japan, a country, Italy, a country that's known for making really good stuff. These are Pakistani gloves. But I would say I've tried on Clito Reyes. I've tried out all the Venoms, even the most expensive ones. And these feel, smell, and just look like quality. I mean, you can't really find too many flaws in the stitches anywhere. At all. It's just, they're fantastic gloves. And I got them in the bright yellow. Again, they're Black Friday on sale for about $200, so like $50 off. Actually, it might have even been more, maybe $70 off. You can check online, hitandmove.com. But you know, they're just beautiful gloves. The thumb placement is perfect. Instead of here like my fighting gloves, my thumb is tucked in. My thumb is right here, or like this actually, more like that. So I'm always throwing a proper punch. Another thing that's a pro about this glove is if you look at the shape of the glove, it's slanted like this, which I really like because I land all my shots on my top two knuckles. I never have to worry about when I throw a hook or an uppercut at an angle and I'm trying to angle out if I'm going to make contact with my back two knuckles and hurt my hand. It's always encouraging me to land a proper punch, which you should always be landing your punches with your top two knuckles. The thumb placement, again, is fantastic. Another thing I really like is the air holes. Normally, breathability to me, you know, you're putting your hand in a leather mitt that's full of padding, so it's going to get hot. But I will say that I can actually feel air coming through here, and especially on the thumb. There are 5 holes in the thumb. And also the slit that comes up goes higher up in the palm than most gloves do. Now, some people may not like that look, but I appreciate all the cool air I can feel when I'm putting these things on, because I got my hands wrapped, I'm sweaty, I'm working hard, my whole body's hot. I want to stay as cool as possible wherever I can stay cool. The wrist support is fantastic. So let me just show you that. These pads right here are really stiff. Really stiff. They're not designed for taking blows. They feel like really just the densest foam you can think of, and it locks your wrists in. Now, if you do Muay Thai or kickboxing, you can still get a good Thai plum with these. The flexibility for going forward is fine. Flexibility for going backwards, that's me trying to push it backwards, not very much. You're not going to, you may, you know, I'm not going to say you're not going to hurt your wrist because anything could happen in fighting, but these ones are really going to help your wrist out. If you've ever tweaked your wrist or sprained your wrist throwing a weird punch and landing a weird way, and maybe it goes this way, maybe it goes up like that, that's how you hurt your wrist. I haven't hurt my wrist in these. I haven't jammed my thumb in these, which I really appreciate. I've never had hand problems, but wrist and thumb I've had in the past. In my fighting gloves, I never had wrist problems, but my thumb would jam quite often in those. Another thing that I really like about them, you can open them. You can open them really good. It really helps with parrying, really helps with redirecting shots, moving them out of the way. The craftsmanship, again, you got double stitching everywhere. You got double stitching around here, double stitching here, double stitching there. I can't really find any frays or flaws in the stitching. Maybe it's a little bit bunched up down here, but like it's really, that's me nitpicking. Like I said, they're 2 weeks old. I washed my gloves. I tried to take care of them. I got a little scuff mark, I think, from the bag. So I gotta maybe wipe that down. That should come off. But yeah, it's fantastic, man. This is a really well-crafted glove. It still smells like that great leather smell. And I feel like this is a really high-quality leather. If you look, you can see the grains in this leather. It's like a deep grain. It's got the genuine grain leather stamp, designed in the USA. It's still made in Pakistan, but somebody in the USA designed these gloves, and they did a fantastic job. I love them. They also have the elastic band up here to really lock your hand in. Your hand is not going to slip down or slip up in the glove. It's going to be locked into place, so you don't have to worry about that. The finger feel is pretty good. I like that. The grip bar is a little on the smaller side, but it's very firm. It feels like you're really holding on to something that helps you really make a good fist. Even though it's a little on the small side, it's very firm. So that feels good when you're punching with it. Yeah, I really like these gloves. Another con I forgot to mention though, if you are a Muay Thai guy, it's just leather right here. So when you come to X Block, you know what I mean? You're gonna take the full brunt of that kick, brother, or sister. You're gonna feel it. It's gonna go straight to your palm. You're gonna take the full shin to the palm, and you're just going to deal with the pain. There's no padding in the palm. So that could be a downside if you're a kickboxer or if you're a Muay Thai guy. But I think the pros well outweigh the cons on these gloves as far as that goes. As far as the feel, there's a foam construction of these gloves with a bottom layer of latex. So what happens is you punch, you get good feedback, you get good knuckle sinking in response, but you also get a bounce. There's a bounce that comes to it. Whereas my old gloves are pillow style gloves and it just kind of sinks in, and you know, a little bit more spongy on those ones. These ones, you get a nice cushion to protect your hands, but then a nice bounce off, so you can really feel it in your knuckles. It feels great to punch in these gloves. As far as the badges go, they got the Hit and Move logo right here, which I think is a real badass logo. Another Hit and Move logo right here. Hit and Move all day, and then all day on the thumb in silver, and everything else is like gray and black. I really like them. They're fantastic gloves. Put about, 20 rounds of bag work, 20 rounds of sparring on these things over the past 2-3 weeks. And they are phenomenal. They smell good, they look good, they feel good. The thumb issue, as far as being too smushed in there, is really, it's broken in now, it's corrected itself. Still feels nice and snug when I wrap my hands, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel uncomfortable. At least not like it did when I was first out of the box. It felt a little too snug. But again, I have huge hands. So that's been my review on the the Hit and Move all day balance. And this is their training glove. So it's good to spar. It's good for bag work. It's good for mitts. It's good for whatever you want. And it's not going to kill your sparring partners. These are 16 ounces. I weighed them. They came out at 16 and 15.9, so basically right on the money. Gotta love that. Quality craftsmanship. And yeah, I'm going to stick with this brand going forward. I really dig what they do. I think they make really quality products. Again, American design, Pakistani made, but just really just impeccable craftsmanship, if you ask me. And so yeah, that's Hit Move all day balance, and thanks for watching my review. Appreciate you. We out. And then look at this monstrosity I have to film on right now, bro. This is fucking crazy. See, this is what I'm doing because my computer already, my brand new computer, freaking locked me out because I downloaded some software to help my webcam and my mic. But this is my life now, so